5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Watch me.
All right, number 1 on our list for today is you do not feel worthy. You suddenly realize that whatever good thing that happens to you makes you feel some sort of, do I deserve this kind of, energy? And as a child, for instance, you grew up in an abusive environment where you were made to feel unworthy. And as an adult, you don't think of yourself as worthy or deserving of the best things in life. And I think people just call this imposter syndrome, where you just feel like, okay, this thing that's happening to me right now, like, have I worked enough to deserve it? Meanwhile, you have, but then there's some inadequacy that you might have experienced as a child that just makes you feel like, okay, I'm not good enough, I'll never be good enough. Even when you see good things happening, some people actually actively run away from it because it just brings up that trauma. Let me just call it PTSD in this moment. So yeah, I feel like that's something that people need to work on. You're deserving of good things, especially when you put in that effort, you do your homework, you do what you're supposed to do, and then you deserve all the love and appreciation that you get.
I mean, if there's anything I would thank my father for, raising us as kids, was he instilled confidence in us from a young age. Like, you would go to school. There was one Yoruba teacher that did not like me that year. You say, bring your father. You know, my dad would come, be like, your son is arguing. My dad, yes, I raised them up to argue, to ask questions. Because if you tell them A is A, how would they know A is A if they don't question it? So they need to question. So that's what he did to us. He gave us confidence, he instilled that. So we don't second guess ourselves. You get, so that's what a lot of people, I mean, they go around with now. They second guess themselves. They don't feel like they're worthy enough to be, you know, fighting with their, to be out there fighting for the good things of life with their peers. They feel like they deserve to be where they are in one corner. No, you are worthy enough. Stand up and do it. You are you. There's no other you but you.
Okay, so for more motivation, go to his Instagram page, slide into his DM at JPaulMrFlames. All right, the next thing is you don't know how to give or receive love. You do not believe in love at all, and this could be because maybe as a child you grew up watching your parents in a toxic or unloving relationship. I mean, anything could have caused you not to be able to receive love at all. And this is a huge sign that you need help. Well, in some situations, it could also not be about growing up in an unloving home, because some people grow up in a home where there's so much love and everything, but they still find it hard to give or receive love due to some experiences that they've had. And there are people who give love, but they are scared to receive love because maybe in the past they've received love from people and there were things attached. So every time someone is showing them love or affection, no matter how little it is, they are wary and they're like, oh, is there anything attached to it? Is there something else coming? Should I accept or not?
So there's actually a psychological disorder. I don't know the exact name, but it's a situation, it's a condition where you lack empathy. You actually lack empathy. You lack ability to give love and to also receive. And so you're always, in fact, I know someone that if she sees beggars, alms, people who beg alms, it irritates her a lot. Like, she gets angry. I'm like, calm down. Maybe they don't really want to be in that situation, you know, but they found themselves there. There's a way you can teach them to be better, but don't get angry about their situation, you know. So empathy, wait, let me ask you a question. A lot of us growing up as African kids, you know, we usually don't even see our parents
doing all those lovey-dovey.
We don't even see our parents telling themselves, I love you. It's weird.
OJ has left the group chat.
Since.
Because if you guys tell OJ learn, also I say OJ is not here learn. But yeah, I completely agree with both of you. You need to be able to learn how to receive love if you intend to give, and also if you intend to give, you need to, like, you even need to know what it is to begin with first. Yeah. I think if you have a proper definition, because some people don't have a proper definition of love, so they think that what it is isn't that. So when you now experience it, you're not like, I don't know, it's gonna... Yeah, so I mean...
Yeah.
To each their own, but this is what I meant to come and learn today on a Daily Top 5, all right? Number 3 on our list is that you have a complex. You have an inferiority complex that comes from the background and circumstances that you grew up in.
Yes, this one, there are lots of people.
Yeah. Lots of people are on this table.
An inferiority complex can stem either from when they're around strangers or when they're with friends. There are different ways people feel inferior. It could be from, oh, what I'm wearing, everyone's already saying you look nice, and you see someone else walking and like, no, I'm not looking good. Like, in different ways. Could be outfit, could be according to work, could be in different ways. So I feel the number one thing that you can use to fight this one is finding your self-confidence. When you can be confident in yourself and you can believe in yourself, that helps you gradually get rid of inferiority complex. Because at the end of the day, you're not depending on what people have to say or have to tell you. You're depending on yourself. So it means that even if someone says, oh, you don't look so good, but you know deep within you that you look good and you carry it with that confidence, same person will come and say, oh, you look gorgeous another day.
You see, a lot of the problem also comes from the home.
Yeah.
You get, like when you grow up. And yes, there are some people, even with all the money that their parents have, riches and the rest, they're not even allowed to leave the house.
Yes.
To leave and go out. Right? Yes, you're trying to protect your child from the bad things of life, but exposure is also good for this child. You get? Or, for instance, you have situations where parents will be comparing you to the other person's child.
Yeah, I think that's the
comparison.
origin.
True.
Yeah. Be like, what are you doing here? See your mate. Ade just bought the car for this. Like, where's the
Meanwhile,
comparison?
I don't know what Ade is doing in
To
the
ride the
backyard.
car.
So,
All right.
you might not accept it, but it starts to come on you. You start to feel inferior.
Unconsciously.
And then by the time you're out there with your peers,
You can't
you're
talk,
timid.
you're
Very
timid,
timid,
You
yeah.
can't, you know, so it's a lot that has to be done from the home structure itself, definitely.
All right, still on Daily Top 5. The next one is you work hard for love. So we're going to have to use this example on a child again. So let's say as a child, you had to work hard to earn love from your parents, especially from your friends at school. And even as an adult, you have continued to work hard to earn your love in relationships. You need to be healed first before you will be accepted. And this one is very true. So there are some people who learn and tend to give people all the love, but they're not getting all the love back or any love at all. And then because of that, instead of them to just wait and leave things the way they are or reduce the love they give, they tend to start working hard to try to get the love. And what they need to understand is that first love doesn't last. Because when you force people, they start seeing you as a thorn.
So in this situation, what I can even say is that, first of all, if you don't love yourself first, you're always going to have this problem. You're going to be chasing after people. You're going to be expecting love from people. And another thing I now learned, this was even personal, sometimes because you're chasing this love, you make it convenient for people who are not meant to be in your life to stay. Because you do everything to make them comfortable, even at your own detriment. But at the end of the day, you're still not getting anything. And then those people now know that the less love I give, the more you work harder. So you just always keep trying to attain, and actually never really get there. And then when you now have to disassociate yourself from this person, it's easy for the person because from the beginning, they never really sent you. But you that you've invested, you now have to take time to work out of it. So love who loves you is the moral of the story.
Just to quickly cite an example. So as a child, my dad showed me lots of love. But the one thing I wanted him to do was to congratulate me when I win laurels at school, when I take first, when I'm doing, because I always work hard for it. But he never even looked at my report card because he just feels he's poor. He's a brilliant kid. He would always pass. So I always want to do the extra for him to just, I'll win scholarship. The man does, like, he knows he's my son. So every time he goes out to tell people of how he's so proud of me, right, how I win all the laurels, but he never said it to my face. So before he passed away on a Friday, on a Monday, right? On a Friday, that weekend before he passed, he sent me a text message and he said, I'm so proud of you. So me, I saw the text. I'm like, coming from this man, what's happening here? I didn't reply. Monday, he passed.
Wow.
Yeah. So show love now.
But at least he got to tell you.
Yeah, he got to tell me at the end of the day.
And then also just to add to that, this can also bring about rebellion because if I've been working hard, but you're not telling me thank you or I'm proud of you, you reach a point that I say, what am I working hard? Whoa. Street way. And that's where a lot of parents don't know that that's the thing that your child just needs to hear. I'm proud of you. And
Yeah.
they want to hear it again. So
It makes them want, yeah.
Because some people, why am I reading book when you are not even sending me?
And then you being proud of them. Every time they encounter one issue or the other, they'll come back to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they want to make you proud.
All right. Number 5 and last on Daily Top 5 today is that you carry within you emotional neglect. Your parents or guardians did not show interest in your emotional needs for love, support, protection, and or guidance. And the likely outcome of this was that you developed low self-esteem and, well, low self-worth.
Yeah. By yourself.
I think low self-esteem even just covers everything. Because
Yeah.
once you don't have self-esteem, you can't have self-worth.
At all.
You can't start, you see people that on a normal day should be able to talk in their presence, but they start feeling like, maybe I don't know as much as these people know, so let me keep quiet. So you find yourself, you're always cowering in that corner and making yourself small when it shouldn't be the case. I think everybody is equal. Everybody just stands the same opportunity. So if you are in that space, I think that you shouldn't let low self-esteem or self-worth just get to you ever.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And I feel that from today, if you care about people, you should tell them how proud you are of them. Let them know how you feel about them and follow their progress, encourage them, make them feel better. Because some people, all they need is just one little push, little encouragement, and they're good.
Like I said, everything starts from the home structure. You just need to give quality time to your kids. Let them know that, see, you're as human as the next person.
Sure.
You're not better than that person. The person's not better than you.
At all.
You are all the same on different wavelengths. You're heading for different direction.
Yeah.
Don't compare yourself to anybody. You are just you're a version of yourself. Nobody else can be you. And that's it. If you're not there, there's not going to be another person like that in the world, you know. So yeah.